Hello everyone, I'm Alex at Vending Machine Support. In this video, I'm going to show you how to set the price on an Automatic Products 6600 and 7600 snack vending machine using the factory stock control board. So let's get started. Now the Automatic Products 6600 and 7600 is fairly old snack vending machine in today's standards. I think these machines came out roughly around about 88, 89, 90, 91, 92. At least when I started entering in the industry, these were actually brand new machines that were coming on the market, and these are some of the machines that I actually cut my teeth on and started learning how to repair vending machines. So these machines have somewhat of a sentimental value. The machines that came before the 6600, 7600s was an Automatic Products 5000 or 4000, which almost the cabinet was almost identical, but where the control board was mounted was a little bit different. And those are even older machines. So those were kind of the older machines when I got into the industry. So on these machines, they are built like tanks. In my personal opinion, I think the Automatic Products 7600, 6600s like this one right here, or the Automatic Products 113, 111, or 112, the cabinets are built like tanks. You're not going to see you're not going to find a better cabinet built than in those AP machines. Again, this is my personal opinion on this. So here we got an Automatic Products 7600. So we are using the stock control board. Now there are aftermarket kits that can be placed on these machines to upgrade the electronics to be able to take MDB dollar bill acceptors, MDB coin changers, MDB credit card readers. But this machine here is a strictly old style machine, just cash. Nickels, dimes, quarters, and dollar bills is all it can take. So if you're looking for a vending machine and that's all you want to do is to take cash and vend a product, this is a great machine to look at. Now, if you bought this machine used off of somewhere and you don't know how to set the prices, then this video is going to help you. I'm also going to show you a couple little tips or tricks that I've always used on these machines to help extend the life of these machines, specifically that control board. Matter of fact, this machine here, I did have to replace the control board. This came in for me to do a couple little repair work on it, and one of those things, well, actually the control board had to be replaced as well as redoing some wiring on the machine. So this is an Automatic Products 6600. This was actually considered a 4-wide machine. This will be a 32 select. It's 4 wides on your top tray. Now this machine actually is plugged in and ready to take money. It doesn't look like it, and that's kind of the bad feature about the machine. It's got no appeal, curb appeal to say, hey, look at me, I want to come buy something from me. Now I removed the light bulb in the machine right now for video purposes, but the display does absolutely nothing until you insert money. So a customer cannot walk up to this machine and press A1, and there's no price coming up. Now, this display will only work if you actually insert money. So for example, if I'm going to go ahead and insert $1 in here, and this is where we get our dollar credit on the display. So all of a sudden the display comes alive, and I have A2 set for $1, so I'm going to go ahead and hit A2, and it rotates. So this machine is ready to vend, but it's just got no curb appeal. So that is sometimes the one drawback to the machine that some people don't like. Now, when you upgrade the control board to these machines, obviously you'll get a scrolling message, etc., etc. So, but how to set the prices on the machine? This is a very simple way to set the prices. So again, we're going to open up the door. And on the right-hand side here is our slide-out panel. So this panel actually slides out and exposes your main control board over here on the left-hand side. On the right-hand side, and the left-hand side of this cabinet here. So once you have this panel slid out, we're going to see your control panels right here. In the upper corner here is where your selection buttons are to put the machine in different types of service modes. First thing we have is we have a check price button, and there's an LED illuminated above it, or would be an LED illuminates above it when this button is pressed. So currently we have the on light letting us know that we are actually in vend mode, and we have power to the main control board. So if I press the check price button, the LED illuminates, and this allows us to go to the front of the machine and check the prices of our selections. We have a set price button. This is the button that we press in order to put the machine into a set price mode. And then we have a test vend button, and what the test vend button is not what many people think it is. You cannot go ahead and close a door and then start vending stuff for free in this machine. What this does is this, any money coming into the machine when the test vend button is pressed will bypass the sales accountability memory on the control board. So it doesn't count the money coming into the machine as actual purchases. So again, this is in a test vend mode. Then down here is our service mode button, and that allows us to access the 3 buttons across the bottom here. They are 5, 10, 25-cent buttons for the payout for our coin changer, as well as some other functions on the control board, which I won't cover in this video. So mainly the thing we're going to concern with is the set price button and the check price button. So we'll go ahead and put it back into set price mode so we can go ahead and set our prices. And the next thing to do here is we're going to view accessing everything from the front panel here. So I'm going to step over on this side. So how you set the prices on the machine, just like with all automatic product machines from the 4000 series all the way up to the 133933, is you create the price first, then assign the price to the selection. So what I mean by that is we're going to create a price. So we're going to price the top shelf here to $2. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and press the 11 button here, and I press 11, the screen comes up with all zeros. Now if I continue to press the 11 button, it will start increasing in 5-cent increments. Now if I want to go down, I press the 12 button, and here it will decrease in 5-cent increments. So if I wanted to set the top tray to $2, I'm simply going to press the 11 key until I get to $2. So I'm just going to keep tapping this. So now I have $2 on the screen. Now any selection I want to be at $2, I'm simply going to key in those selections. So let's start with A1. That's good. A2, A3, A4. That's it. There's no other confirmation. There's no button you need to press to enter to save the price. You're simply going to enter in the alpha and then the numeric of the selection. And once the computer board sees the alpha and then it's looking for a numeric selection to be made, it knows that that is the price for that selection and stores it in memory. So here, if I wanted anything else in the machine to be $2, I simply key in those selections. Let's go ahead and make the second tray $2. B1, B2, B3, B4. Simple as that. If you wanted to change the price, so let's make the C tray $1. So if I needed to reduce the price, I'm going to press the 12 key until I get to $1 on the display. Here I have $1 on the display, and I'm going to go key in everything on the C shelf. So I'm going to go ahead and hit C1, C2, C3, and C4. And that's now the prices are set. So here's a little tip. If you ever first get these machines or you're looking to purchase the machine, you want to test the machine out, a great way to test vend these machines is actually to set everything in 0 cents. There is a test vend button, but what that test vend button is, it bypasses the old style cash accountability, the accountability to get rid of the tracking the money coming in there. It's not actually putting it into a free vend mode. So the best way to test these machines that I've always done is I set everything to 0 cents. So to do that, I'm going to go ahead and lower the price all the way down to 0 cents. Again, this is if you want to test vend the machine. I then simply just go in and key everything in for $1, or 0 cents. I'm going to hit A1, A2, A3, A4, B1, B2, B3, B4, C1, C2, C3, C4, D1, D2, 5. Go ahead and just key everything to 0 cents. So I just programmed everything in that machine to 0 cents. So now if I was to close the door on the machine, and when you close the door, this little white button right up here gets pressed in, and we'll close the door and we'll wait for a few seconds, and eventually it's going to allow us to make a vend. All right, I heard the motors click, and I'm going to go ahead and A1, and here's allows me to do a free vend. Again, I'm holding in this white button because I'm simulating the door being closed, so you can see how this actually operates. So everything is now set for 0 cents. This allows me to test vend it, so I can go through and test vend the machine. So this is a good way if you're looking to purchase one of these and you're going on site, you found it in some online somewhere, and you want to check that out. Go ahead and set all the prices to 0 cents. This also makes sure that all your keys are working on your keypad, as well as allows you to check to make sure all your vend motors are working as well. So because I've set that to 0 cents, I need to go back and reset the prices again. So I'm going to come back around. I'm going to press that set price button. And we make sure the red light is illuminated on the LED. And here I'm going to go ahead and set the entire machine to $2. I'm going to go ahead and press the 11 key until I get the $2 on the display. And there we are. So I got $2 on the display, and now I'm going to assign every selection I want to be at $2. I'm just going to key in those selections. On this one, I want everything in this machine to be $2. There's no shortcut, so I got to enter in every single selection. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So again, I've been doing it for 30 plus years, so you get kind of fast when you're doing the programming. So everything's set for $2. All I got to do here, close this. I'm going to go ahead and close the door on the machine. Now, there's no way for me to check the price. Did I do my work correctly? So here, again, because this display does nothing, we cannot call the prices. There is an option on the control board to allow you to see that price. So what that is, can we open the door back up, slide out the panel here. There's another button on the panel that says check price. It's actually the first button, top row right. You press that button one time, this allows you to go back and check your work. So I needed to make sure I pressed everything at $2. So I'm going to go ahead and hit up some random selections. I'm going to hit A1. Here it shows me $2. Pretty sure that everything is now programmed to $2. Go ahead and close the door on the machine. I'm going to go ahead and put in $2 and make sure the vend actually works. All right, first bill goes in, gets stacked, put the second bill in, gets stacked. I'm showing $2 on the display. Now another thing about these machines to make sure they have everything working correctly, if you're testing them out, I'm doing them multiple ones because at times on these control boards, they will lose the pulse. What I mean by that is the bill acceptor is quasi sending a pulse signal every time a bill comes in and the board's got to hold that in memory. So I'm going to wait a few seconds here to make sure this $2 stays on the display. I've seen a lot of control boards over these years is they'll lose that amount. All of a sudden you put the dollar in, it shows $1, shows $2, all of a sudden it disappears. And it's because the board has lost its pulse or it's lost the credit that actually been inserted. So waiting a few seconds here. And if usually I can wait about 10, 15 seconds, I'm confident that I'm not going to have an issue with this particular control board, which I don't seem I do. So I'm going to go ahead and press A1. It takes the bill, and I'll go ahead and rotate the motor. So everything is good to go on the machine when it comes to programming it for $2. Now a little tip I wanted to show you about on this machine was how to extend the life on that, and it's actually on the control boards. So I've got the old style control board here. So this is the actual control board for the machine. So you can see you got your selection buttons here, these are your LED lights. And what we're mainly focusing on is this heat sink sitting up here. So there is a metal cover that goes on top of this when it's sitting inside the machine. Now this part gets hot and that metal cover, yeah, it does have holes in it for some airflow, but it's not enough at this day and age. These things are getting so hot. So matter of fact, you can actually see the darkness, and if I was to flip the board around backwards, you can see how much heat is getting built up on this board. So we're getting a lot of heat in this area. Now that heat is getting trapped on the board. So what I've always done is whenever I put these machines into operation or explain to a customer, once you get the prices set, take the metal cover off and run the board without the metal cover. This is going to allow a lot more airflow to get across the board and help extend the life of the board. If you'd like to help support the Vending Machine support channel, I really appreciate it if you could hit the like and subscribe button. If you'd like to extend that support, in the description below, I have some affiliate links. For example, I currently have an affiliate link to the Nayax online store where you can purchase a credit card reader such as this VPOS Touch and other accessories. If you use the coupon code VMS at checkout, you'll receive a discount and I will be compensated slightly at no extra cost to you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the topic at hand. I always find removing this cover is going to help better airflow across that control board because of the heat sinks that are sitting roughly right about here. Now there are a couple of holes on the control on this panel that allow for air to get in there, but it's just kind of trapping that air up against that board, and that actually begins to deteriorate the board, and actually the board eventually will begin to fail because of the heat on the control board. So to remove this cover is very simple. There's going to be some Phillips head screws, matters 4 of them. There's one here, 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 and on the left hand side. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that. So the first thing you do is, again, is we're going to turn the power off the machine. The power is located in the bottom left hand side of the machine. Go ahead and remove the power. I know I've got no power if I don't have the red LED illuminated on the on. So I'm going to go ahead and unplug the interlock switch or the door switch, and then I'm just going to go ahead and remove this panel using a Phillips head screwdriver. So with that cover removed, it exposes the entire control board, and then this one I'm going to go ahead and plug in the door switch. There's two little pins here on the side of the board that this door switch slides onto. So it's the only two pins on the right hand side of the board, so you can't miss it, and it doesn't matter which direction you put this plug in because we're just completing a circuit. So you can either go this way or you can go around and go the other direction. So it doesn't matter because we're just completing a circuit on the door switch. Other than that, you can leave this board operate. Of course, when the power's on, don't be going around and touching on these components here. Just be smart and use your better judgment. But if you operate this board, this is going to allow better airflow, especially on this heat sink right here, actually right near these two caps. That's going to be the better way I found to operate these machines. Again, the revision on this board was back in '91. Was a revision of this board. So, and this is April, AP is November of 1992, it says here. So this is when this board was put onto this machine. The machine was sold new, it was back in 1992. I guess that's a long time ago at this point. But again, it tells you that you got a lot of age on these control boards. So again, removing the cover, it's gonna allow better airflow, help extend the life of this control board. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the power back on. We're going to boot up of our dollar bill acceptor, and now we've got our light illuminated so we can actually put this machine back into operation. I hope you found this useful about how to program an automatic product 7600 or 6600 snack vending machine using the stock factory control board. If you have any questions, ideas, or comments, please leave them below. I really do appreciate it. And make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you'll be notified next time I upload a video. Until then, take care.